Okay, here's the thought. What if every single product you bought sent a little piece of economic data right back to its home country? It sounds kind of futuristic, right? But that's the core idea behind a whole new vision for global finance, one that's built not on cash, but on information. So let's dive in and see how this brand currency system could actually work.
This right here, this is the big idea. This is the heart of the whole brand currency system. It's all about creating this totally transparent trail of value, from the moment something is made to the second it's in your hands. It's about building a whole new layer of trust into every transaction we make. So the big question is, how does this actually happen? Well, it all starts with this concept they're calling a highway of returning data. Just picture it. Every time a product is bought or sold, a little signal, a little packet of data shoots right back to its home country's national bank. This creates this incredible real-time map of the entire economy.
Let's make this real for a second. Let's say a Toyota gets sold in New York. Boom. Instantly, its economic data gets credited back to Japan. Or maybe you buy some amazing Kenyan coffee in London. Same deal. That data zips right back to the Bank of Kenya. Suddenly, it doesn't really matter where you bought the product. What matters is that its value, its data, always finds its way home. And you know what's crazy? The journey for that data is so simple. It all kicks off with a purchase. Then you do a quick scan of a QR coupon. That's it. That one little action sends all the necessary info home. And just like that, the national economy gets this massive boost of financial intelligence. It's simple, it's elegant, and man, is it effective. So, what's the magic key that unlocks this entire system? Well, it's something you probably see, I don't know, a dozen times a day: the humble QR code. In this model, that little black and white square becomes the gateway to an entirely new universe of banking. And listen, we're not just talking about a small tweak here. This is a fundamental, ground-up shift in what a bank even is. For centuries, banks have been about one thing: handling money. But in this new era, they evolve into something way more powerful. They become trustees of data. Yeah, their new job title is basically custodian of receipts. This means they're the guardians of transparency. They're the ones creating this clear, unbreakable, traceable line connecting the things we make with the things we buy. It's about weaving trust right into the DNA of our economy. Now, I know what you might be thinking. An idea this big, it sounds disruptive, maybe even a little chaotic. But here's the thing, and this is so important. This whole system is designed to be a gradual, predictable evolution. It's not about tearing everything down. This is absolutely key. The system we all use every day, ATMs, cash, bank deposits, that doesn't just vanish. Nope. Instead, the brand currency system runs right alongside it, like a parallel layer. It's a digital receipt ledger that just adds to the infrastructure we already have. It's all about stable, predictable progress, not chaos. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It really gets to the core philosophy here. This whole movement isn't about disruption just for the sake of it. It's about building a smarter, better system on the strong foundations of what we already know works. It's about evolution. Okay, so what does this all mean for you? For me, for businesses? This is where it gets really personal. It's about taking all your economic activity and turning it into a new kind of value, something that can be measured by what's being called the brand currency score. Think about this score as a whole new way to measure your economic citizenship. Every single time you scan one of those QR codes, you're helping to verify where a product came from. That digital receipt, it gets added to your account. And over time, all these little actions build up a score that shows how reliable and trustworthy you are in the system. And that can unlock all kinds of new financial opportunities. And get ready for this, because this idea will kind of bend your brain a little. Your bank isn't just a building anymore. It's not just an app on your phone. The places you already shop, the grocery store aisle, your Amazon cart, they become your new digital bank. Every item on the shelf is a potential new way to interact with your finances. Wild, right? So all of this activity, your weekly grocery run, your loyalty to your favorite brands, your contributions to the system, it all gets pulled together. As you can see here, each type of activity adds to your overall record, creating this tangible, undeniable proof of value. And all this rich data, that becomes the fuel for the next generation of really smart AI-assisted finance. All right, so this all leads to a final direct message. This is a call to action for the entire financial industry, from the smallest community bank all the way up to the World Bank. The time to start building the bridge to the future is right now. First things first, you have to understand this foundational shift. That simple QR coupon on a bottle of juice or a box of cereal,
is, for all intents and purposes, the new checking account. It's the gateway where value gets recorded.
Second, the digital receipt is no longer just some boring record of a purchase. It's way more than that. It becomes the new, verifiable proof of actual value in the economy. Third, and this might be the most important one, a bank's core identity has to change. It's no longer just a vault for money, it is now a vault for data. And finally, all of this comes together to show that the brand currency system itself is that essential link. It is the bridge that's going to connect the stability and trust of traditional banking with the unbelievable potential of artificial intelligence. You know, when you build a system that's predictable, that's accountable, and that's intelligent, you're doing a lot more than just innovating. It really leaves us with this one huge question. Are we actually laying the foundation for the next financial civilization?